It's the place to go if you're really into the weather or you need a really detailed forecast. It's weather for Weather Geeks on this Tuesday evening, July 28th. It was close, but no cigar today. 89 our official high this afternoon. We fell one short of 90 at the airport. We've been talking about this a lot lately, how we have not hit 90 in almost 2 years. It's been since September 11th of 2013. And we average 8 or 9 90-degree days per year, but we have had zero this year, zero last year, and we had 18 back in 2012. So it, of course, varies a lot from year to year, just depending on the predominant weather patterns across the U.S. and North America as a whole. Now, I think we will hit 90 tomorrow without much struggle. 92 is our official forecast. I'm pretty comfortable with that. So actually, 92 would be our warmest temperature since 2012. Back in 2013, we had a handful of 90-degree days, but it was 90 or 91. It didn't get any warmer than that. So a hot day coming up for us tomorrow. And this evening, well, of course, just a few fair weather cirrus clouds mixed in with the sun. This evening should be another very nice sunset. Try to get a time lapse up online for you here in a couple of hours. It's still real warm out there at this hour. Again, we reached 89 earlier, but it's still 87 at the airport, 88 Newcastle, 87 over in Akron here at 7:30 as I record this. The worst of the heat is still out here, no surprise, out across parts of the Plain States. We're just sort of on the fringes of this heat dome. All of this is nudging a little farther east, and that's why we'll get a little bit warmer, during the course of the day tomorrow. Remarkably strong storm for this time of the year up near the U.S.-Canadian border. You may have seen on the news, this actually produced snow in parts of the northern Rockies in the middle of summer. Now, sure, it was up at 10,000, 12,000 feet, but still pretty remarkable stuff here. And look how wound up this storm is. Look at all the isobars wrapping around this. There's a ton of wind with this. This is much more of an autumn-like storm out across parts of the high plains and into the prairies of Canada. Now, of course, we won't see much of an impact from that storm here, but the cold front associated with it is moving through the Midwest this evening. It's kind of right through here. This is what's going to come our way tomorrow night. It's going to be weakening, though, as all the energy heads up into Canada. This low is tracking like this, and so all the dynamics are heading up in that direction, which means the front's just sort of washing out, and boy, rain, very, very hard to come by here. It's feast or famine this summer. That's the way it has gone so far. So, oops, didn't mean to do that. Let me show you the NAM model here tomorrow night, show you just how paltry this is probably going to be as far as total rainfall here. Here's the line of showers and storms tomorrow evening. It's in Indiana and Michigan, but notice as we go into tomorrow night, here's tomorrow evening. Western Ohio, shower in spots. There's just not going to be much as it heads into Ohio left, as all of the good dynamics have left us. And so middle of the night, tomorrow night, sure, there could be a passing shower, outside chance of a thunderstorm. That'll about do it. Just not much rain at all with this front. And by Thursday morning, any moisture is long gone, and another area of high pressure is going to build in from the west and give us bright and sunny weather Thursday afternoon heading into the day on Friday. Now, it is going to cool off after 92 tomorrow, 87 Thursday. Not exactly a cool day, but not quite as extreme and not quite as humid. Dew points are going to drop nicely Thursday and into the day on Friday. Real quick look at the weekend. We have one chance for rain over the weekend, and it is Saturday, and it's not a great chance. Here's a look at Saturday. What we have going on here is just a real weak front pushing through parts of the Great Lakes. Not going to be a lot of good again, what we call dynamics or ingredients coming together for this front to produce a lot of moisture. So there could be a passing shower or thunderstorm Saturday. Don't cancel the outdoor plans. Most of the weekend will be fine. Here's Sunday. Looks like a warm and nice day. Next front, this is a little stronger. This is early next week. This next front, there's some model differences on when it comes through, but at some point early next week, this will come through, and the air mass behind it is somewhat cooler. We're not talking about a huge change here, but as we head towards the middle of next week, we might have a few days where highs are no better than the 70s. So the heat's going to get trimmed a little bit as we go into next week. In fact, we can take a look at the 16-day GFS ensemble temperatures here. It's the middle of summer, so typically we don't see a lot of ups and downs. Usually things are pretty consistent at this time of the year. Here's our real hot day tomorrow with the 92, maybe 93. We back off into the mid-80s then through the weekend, and then next week, maybe a couple of degrees below average for a handful of days. Some pretty comfortable nights coming next week. Should have some nights down in the 50s. That's a nice treat for the first week of August. As far as the longer range, I want to talk about precipitation real quick here. Here's the next 10 days. The precip anomalies across our region, notice, of course, will be below average precipitation-wise in these kind of brownish colors here. That's below average. The above average is purple and blue, basically. As we go into August, there's not much of a signal for a lot of the first couple weeks of August either way. In other words, odds are about equal that we have above or below, or maybe just at average precipitation for the first couple of weeks of August. Now, of course, this may change a little bit, but as it stands right now, there's not a real strong signal in August as far as precipitation goes. Could be a wet month, could be a dry month, but right now it kind of looks like just a typical August as far as rainfall. All right, that's the Tuesday night weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11. If you're an early riser, Jess will have you covered tomorrow morning starting at 5 a.m. on WFMJ Today. Have a great Tuesday night, everyone.